Hello guys and gals, welcome to the channel that I call Cowcatcher Productions, and this should be the first video on the channel, and today we're going to be doing a model showcase. Now, what I planned for these videos is to showcase one model of each of my collection that I call my main fleet, but today these engines are going to be kind of a one-off because you can't really include one without the other, in my opinion. So let's get started. This is episode 1 of Engine Showcase, which I will probably name something along the lines of Mantua 2662 or something like that. But yeah, new thing, yeah. Now, before we get into my models in specific, there's something weird I want to show about these Mantua 2662s, is that if you know anything about narrow gauge railroads, you'll know about the famous Uinta Railroad, or it's not really famous, but they were famous and known for these extremely large steam locomotives that could handle really tight curves and go up stupid tight grades and all of the stuff that normal engines really cannot do these days. So, and I think it was in the 20s or the 30s, maybe in the 1910s, but the Uinta Railway ended up ordering a single 2662 from the Baldwin Locomotive Works, I think, and basically it was designed for what the Uinta Railway wanted it to go up, stupid tight curves, stupid steep grades, all that kind of stuff. And so they ended up ordering one, and the crews liked it, from what I heard, or at least from what I've read in online forums, and the Uinta Railway liked it because it had lots of power, and so they basically went up to Baldwin and said, "Hey, can we have another one?" And so they had the 50 and the 51. But you may notice these aren't narrow gauge. This is just a standard HO layout. This isn't HON3 or anything. But the way that Mantua did these models right here was that there are plenty of other logging Malays out there, but the way that they did this is they just scaled it up. Like, they literally just scaled the locomotives up until they fit on HO track. And which makes it kind of a pickle, or kind of weird, because this engine over here used to be number 25, but the decals rubbed off. It used to have a smokestack that was about up to here, and that made it taller than a big boy on HO scale. And so I give it a diamond smokestack, which I gave to a friend to do the gluing process while I was not there at the time, and it ended up a little crooked, but I think it still looks nice. So these engines technically aren't to scale with actual HO scale. They're much too large and too tall to be based on actual logging Malays, but they're good enough. So let's talk about the 25 first, since it's the one that I got the first. So this engine originally did not have DCC and sound or anything like that. It originally just had the two, what's the name? I think it's single lung. It had two single lung air compressors in the front instead of just the big old cross compound. And it only had two domes. It only had a sand dome and a steam dome, which were in the wrong places. These are sand lines, if I'm right, and the sand dome was back here. Or at least I think this is the sand dome. I could be wrong. Anyways, so this engine was kind of it still runs okay, but it didn't run very good back then. And it's got metal trucks on it. The trucks are made of brass, I think. I think. Either that or die-cast. And so one time I was running it at my model railroad club, faithfully named Evergreen Railroad Modelers. If you ever see them, go stop by them. They're really nice. It derailed on a switch, and then it derailed on another switch, and then it derailed on a third switch, and then it completely blew itself up and it started smoking. And so I was thinking, well, crap, now I don't have an engine. And then I realized that Soundtrax had the Economy Steam decoder, which if you ever get one of those, it's basically just like a cheaper version of a Tsunami 2. It's really nice. You should probably get one. They're only about $80. Only, I say that only. And so I got that hooked up in there, and then I gave it the diamond smokestack and the air compressor on the front, and I switched around the domes, and I gave it a different bell as well. And then I took off the handrails on the front just to make it different. And very, very recently, I've gotten this old bag of coal. I don't know what this is. Old company's Lehigh. The the text on the back is kind of, sort of eligible, but I don't know. I don't know where it came from. My mom just picked it up at the place she works at for me. And so anyways, I'm in the middle of giving both of these engines real coal loads, which, I mean, like, I don't know how to do it yet. I mean, I'd rather just have. I think you just glue it on there. I could be wrong. I do most of my work on my engines at my club, at my model railroad club. So yeah, I think they look pretty alright with the coal loads. And I also gave it a little chest back here because, I mean, steam engines, I mean, who doesn't need a tool on a steam engine? Like grease guns, hammers, wrenches, all that kind of stuff. Now, on to the tank engine. Again, this is faithfully based off of the Uinta Railway version. And again, it's still out of scale, but basically what I did is I bought it at a train show. I got it for around $80. It doesn't have sound, but it has DCC, and it runs really nice, and it pulls really nice, and it's one of my nicer engines. And so, you may notice, if the camera quality is that good, little orange speckles up here, and that's because the paint job on this used to be orange along the side here. That's because that's what the previous owner did to it. But before that, it used to be Uinta Railway number 50. That's why it still has 50 on the side there. And then I got it, and it used to have two single lungs, one on either side on the running board, and then I wanted to give it a cross compound because modern. And so I gave it a cross compound air compressor, and I removed the single lungs from both sides. And I switched the domes around, and then I gave it different trucks. They're just the same ones, except I think this one is made of plastic and they're different colors, and it makes the details stand out a little bit more, in my opinion. And then of course there's the coal load, and that's pretty much about it. And so I'm gonna do a running demo of these engines, and I'm just gonna do like a couple laps around there. This one I really like because it doesn't pull as well as the 50, but it has absolutely wonderful sound on the engine, and it doesn't look gorgeous because of the air compressor, but it sure does sound gorgeous. Pulling into the station in here, or yard track, whatever. This is a lifelike 080 right here. I might do another video on it someday, but I'm in the middle of trying to fix it because there's a problem. Yeah, that's not good. Whenever you blow the whistle, that happens. But, yeah. Okay, here's the locomotive. You can hear it idling with the air compressor going. And while I'm here, I might as well demonstrate the Economy sound decoder, or one of its features. Whenever you turn the light on, the dynamo also kicks in with it. If it wants to freaking work, hold on. And the sound turned off. And here we go. Just awesome. Just awesome. I love this engine. It's so neat. Also, unfortunately, I don't know what the problem is. It might be something with the programming, but our front headlight does not work. It might be a wire that's loose. I've had it happen on that engine before, but yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. And we are ready to pull out of the yard, so let's whistle away. Okay, and now with the fake Uinta Railway 2662. Absolutely gorgeous runner. Finger. Jesus, you can see how bad quality my track is. Alright, that's gonna wrap up our video from there. Sorry if this is taking a little long. I like to rant a lot, because trains are cool. And sorry if this video seems a little ragtag, because I still haven't figured out how to work my video editor yet, because I don't really have a computer. I don't have a computer, and all I have is my phone right here, and so I don't have like Adobe Flash or or any other kind of Adobe things on there, or any kind of video editor in the first place. So that wraps it up. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.